How to assemble a GP70-110. These same instructions will work for a GP60-80 or a GP30-50 Flex or any other GP model with a large tire. You only need 3 tools, a 13mm wrench, a 10mm wrench, and, well, a knife to open the boxes. If you don't have metric wrenches, you can use a 1/2 inch and a 7/16 wrench. They work reasonably well. So first, open the box. In the first box, we have the battery pack and the bottle, the charger, which we're all just going to set aside for now, and this piece, which is going to be fairly important. Next, we pull out the wheel. Try that again. Next, we pull out the wheel and the spray hood. Just let the cardboard fall away. The first thing to do is to take the bracket and attach it to the rear of the wheel frame. So there are 3 loose bolts here on the back of the wheel frame. This is where we are going to attach this bracket. We can simply hand loosen these bolts. And then we can put the bracket in place. It just sets on top right there. And then we can put the bolts back in. Now, the top bolt is going to hold one more thing, so I'm just going to put in the 2 back bolts first. The last thing we have is the dosage plate here, where we're going to see the droplets dripping through. So we put these drippers facing the handle, and we attach it with the 3rd bolt into that same hole right there. So that just goes on there. Okay. Next, we will insert the spray hood into that same bracket, right into the bottom of this bracket here. That just slides in. In the bag here with the charger, we have a bolt to use to tighten this in place. And there should also be a washer in the same bag. So what we have is the ratcheting bolt and the washer. The bolt ratchets by pulling it back. So we pull it back, turn, let it go, ratchet to tighten it. Okay. You can use this to adjust the height depending on the height of the weeds that you're spraying over top of, for example. So this electrical connector fits right in here. We can clip this open. We've got the cable. These 2 fit into each other and then clip back into this connector here. Next we're going to do the handle. That's still in the box here. 2 pieces. First we have this bar. We have 2 bolts on the one end and 1 bolt on the other. So these 2 bolts here are going to the top. Just loosen them enough. This long one here is going to go to the bottom. So we have to loosen that all the way. Slide that on, and there's a hole here where this bolt will slide into. So just find that spot and you can tighten that up. Lastly, the handle pops into this spot here. Okay. We can adjust this handle height depending on your height and the height of the hood to make it comfortable for you to carry. Lastly, the bottle goes into the bottle holder, and the battery goes into the battery holder. We can loosen as well. The post of this battery just slides into the hole, and we tighten this up. The electric cable into the battery box. We'll test the machine. We can hear that's running fine. The charger, the standard wall charger. Comes in 2 pieces. Just snap it together. This charger fits into the same hole where we plug in the cable to run the machine. Remember as well, when you're charging it, we need to have the switch on in the on position for it to be able to charge. Otherwise, no current will get to the battery. Now we just need to tighten everything up, pop some hoses in place. We just connect the hoses from the spray hood to the bottom of the drippers, and they just connect onto those nipples there. And now just tighten up all those bolts that we just tightened by hand. Okay, there's just the one small one, and then all the rest are 13 mil. And the ratcheting one here. And that's it. It's all put together. Now, in terms of using it for the first time, I do recommend to put it on the charger, let it charge up, and make sure that the pump is set correctly according to the manual. The manual will give you instructions depending on the product you're using and the spray width.